Hello, welcome to Merritt's Live. We're not actually live, we're down here in Labadie, but wanted to get you guys out here on site. So we are in Lake Labadie at the very end, the phase, and we are lot 47. It is 100 Lake Hollow Drive. So I wanted to show you the outside. Nice big, we got third brick over here. We got some nice siding, vertical siding all around. You can see that you are backing up to woods on this, so this is nice. It's kind of hot out here. I know Olivia is probably burning up. She's the one behind the camera. So going here, nice little porch that you come in, you walk in, and you have a nice opening. This is a great foyer. You can turn around, you can put some tables here, like you can put some decorations, you can put a bowl for your keys, there's a ton of different things you can do up here. So a couple of mirrors, I know it would look nice here. So you walk in, have a huge vaulted ceiling here. You got a nice living room. It's opened up to this beautiful kitchen. As you can see, there's an island. Right in the island, we have the sink. So this is where most of our houses, the sinks are usually against the wall. This is kind of nice. So if you're entertaining, you have people over, you can turn around, entertain, you can cook,
You can still see everything while you're...
Yeah, you can see everything here. So it's pretty nice. You have a little station over there. You can put a little coffee area. Back here is a nice little breakfast nook, if you want to call it that. You know, it's not necessarily a formal dining room, but it's nice. You can have meals here, put a little table. Again, you back up, beautiful woods. So behind here is bigger subdivision. They have 5-10 acres of ground. So the likelihood of them clearing it, probably very unlikely. So let's go through here. This has to be my favorite part of the whole house. You have these lockers. So really neat. You can put hooks here. Kids can hang their coats. They can put their shoes if they wanted to. You can name each one. They can have a little drawer over there. Very cool, very cool. Over here is your pantry. Good size, very wide pantry that you can put in here. You have here a little coat rack. So if you're coming in from the garage, you can see the coat rack. Over here is a nice garage. Kind of standard in Merritt's builds. These garages are not where you have no room to open your car door if you put 2 cars in here. So it's wide, it's deep, it's going to be a nice feature there. Down here is the basement, so we tucked the basement away into a little door. So down there is the basement. So you go through here. You have a nice laundry area. You put your washer and dryer here. You have a little light. It's always nice to have some natural light in this place. Also a bonus, you got a little closet here. You can store linens, you can store winter items. You have a bunch of stuff in there. So very, very cool. Come in here to the master. Good sized master. You put a bed right here. You put the TV behind you. Very cool. Come in here to our master bath. Very nice master bath. I'm going to have Olivia go through it. The right, you have the toilet. It's in its own little room. You have the closet. And then you have a stand-up shower in here. Then plus you have a double bowl sink, so which is very, very cool. So come out here. Going through this. Kaylee is here. She's going to talk about rentals in a little bit, so at least we get that through for our lives. So we're over here going through the living room, and then you basically have the kids area. Again, we split everything up. We like to have it where the master's on one side, and then we have all the kids area or guests or whatever you want to call it here. So over here, this is one of the bedrooms. It's not bad. It has a double closet. Of course, we don't have the handles on yet, so let me see if I can get it open. So very nice, very long. If you can see this is massive in here. So you have a nice, good-sized closet there. Then you come through here. You have the standard kind of kids bath with a Merritt's property. This is a little bit wider. this sink area. Also have a little small thing here for the linens. This is a guest. This is actually one of the bigger ones on the kids side. So the other one was a smaller. This is kind of a bigger place. Come through here. Little nice feature. You have a light in the closet. Have all that stuff there. So very, very cool. This is our new design. We're calling this the Farmhouse design. Again, another feature that I love is the back here. So you have this nice patio in the back. Imagine grilling out here. Imagine entertaining people out here. And you look up and you just have all these nice trees and nice privacy. Very, very cool. You can almost have a pool over here on the side, have a nice in-ground pool if you wanted to. So this is beautiful, covered. When it rains out, you got seating area over here. If you ever wanted to expand this, make a fire pit, I mean, you have this whole nice area. So very nice, tucked away. This is, I think, almost 3/4 of an acre on this lot. So very, very cool. Let's go inside. It's hot. It has to be close to 95 out there. So anyway, so Kaylee, you want to talk about the rentals that we have going on?
Sure. So we have a couple duplexes left. I think we only have 2 left up in Labadie View, so the subdivision over from here. Those have full walkout basements, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1-car garages. And then we have our duplexes out in Union behind Hardee's. Those are 2-bed, 2-bath on slabs, 1-car garages. We just listed our duplexes for Rolla. Those are 2-bed, 2-bath, 1-car garages. Those will be $1,250 a month. And then we also have a home here in Lake Labadie for $1,685, and that's a 3-bed, 2-bath on a slab, 2-car garage. I want to say, 28 Kensington. That's a 2-bed, 2-bath on a slab. It's a house in Union, so other side of town than the duplexes, but we also have that available.
Yeah, that's a good place. That should rent pretty quick. So
Yeah.
we're waiting for the tenant to move out. That one I don't expect to be around long. So it's a nice little house at the end of a cul-de-sac. It's really cool.
Yep.
So we wanted to talk about question of the week. You know, we really didn't formally come up with question of the week, but I do want to talk about features. I would say the features that we consider an upgrade or features that we consider a standard. So I'd like to point out a couple of things. The one thing is kind of a standard feature is you have the crown molding on top of the cabinets. That is huge. That's a standard feature. That you don't cost anything, doesn't cost you any more money. You have this nice tile backsplash. So you have many options in the backsplash. That is also considered a standard feature in one of our houses. For this house, this is an island. Obviously, this is where the sink needs to be. So in this floor plan, this would be considered a standard, this island. So we have to make it where you have the sink and it be really no other spaces in this part for that. So this is a standard feature. Ceiling fans. A lot of people come up with ceiling fans where they say, oh, what is your standard price, or what does your price include? I know some builders, they charge you for every single light fixture, every single can light. It's just a lot of charges. This standard feature. So you have the lights, you have the island lights. Again, with this feature, with an island, these island lights. So we don't have those installed yet, but that's going to be a standard. In our other plans, an island which doesn't have a sink in it, that would be considered an additional charge on that. So hardwood floor, so engineered flooring. This is huge. This is a standard feature. So you have the hardwood in the hallways, you have it in the entryway, you have it in the living room, you have it. So we put that as a standard feature. We're not putting carpet in the Eden area or carpet in the hallways or carpet when you first enter. So a lot of this stuff is a standard feature. Stainless steel, our range is right behind Olivia. So that is considered a standard feature. I'm going to go over here. This would be a custom feature. So this would charge extra, depends on where you're putting this at. In one of our houses, this may be possible. In some of our other floor plans, we just got to look at it and we can give you this option. So really, really cool. Carpet in the bedrooms, that is considered standard. Ceiling fans in the bedrooms, that is also considered a standard feature. I'm trying to think of, there's a lot of countertops, so that would be considered. In our spec houses, we always put these in. If you're building from scratch, that would be considered a custom. They usually come with laminate. Soft close, nice feature, soft close. So they close automatically, so if you want to slam it, it's not going to slam. Everything is a soft close, standard feature within our system, within our products. I had something else and I completely forgot. Yeah, the covered deck, we usually do a 10 by 10. That's a little bit bigger. With this floor plan, you have to be able to get that 10 by 10. So that one's a little bit bigger. Ceiling heights, yeah, we have high ceilings. This here is a lower ceiling. We kind of wanted this to be different. We didn't want all this to be cathedral and all of a sudden you come in here. So we like this height difference. This is a 9-foot tall wall height, and then up there you have up to 14, 15 feet tall up there. I think that is about it for our standards. Always check with your builder when you're building a house. Always look for what do they consider standard, and if they're turning around and they're giving you hardly anything, it may be a nickel and dime thing that you want to check with your builders. So, but if they're throwing in a lot of features that are standard, that is something to consider when you're looking. Try to compare apples to apples. If you pick a construction company and all of a sudden they say, oh, I could build this house for $300,000, and then you get through it and then all of a sudden you added $30,000 worth of features, that raises your price. So don't always look at the beginning price of a house. Get the list of features that are standard, get that information.
What are some things that you can change?
That is a great question. At this moment in this house, nothing. So we have everything kind of done. If you ever wanted the wall colors to change, we could possibly do it on this house. It would be dramatically higher because a lot of this painting is almost done. You can change countertops. You can change colors of the cabinets. That's usually a standard feature. The good thing here, and that's what I meant to say, and that's what I realized, the island is a different color than what the main cabinets are. You can do that. That would be considered standard. You can upgrade. We give you plenty of can lights, but if you're somebody that wants a ton of can lights, yeah, we can charge you per can light. If you wanted a ton of outlets, and you can add those outlets. So all these outlets are code based. A lot of things that people forget is a lot of people mount stuff on the wall. So that would be something that you want to look at is, right here we have the TV here. So if you wanted to hang your stuff and not have the cords, what you would do is basically have both of these mimicked on top of here. That would be a custom option. So this house here it seems like there's a lot of custom, it's a custom feel, but for just basically a spec price. So, we did a lot of the extras for it. Staggered cabinets, you can have it. Right now we have a straight line of cabinets. You can definitely have it where they go up and down on this. So that is something that you can have. That would be more of a custom option. Stand-up showers in the bathrooms, all that stuff. You can have tubs in there instead of a stand-up shower. Some people like the tubs compared to the stand-up. You can have tile in your master. That's also something that we can do as a custom option.
The flooring in the bedrooms?
Flooring in the bedrooms, you can have hardwood throughout the whole entire house. So we give you all the common area, we give you all the hallways, we give you all that as a standard feature. But if you want carpet in the bedrooms, including the master, you can do that. Or vice versa, if you just want hardwood in the master and have the 2 kids' room where they spill everything or they're just tearing stuff up, you can have the carpet there and just have that stuff there. Olivia, you got questions? Okay. Yeah, this house is for sale. It should be done probably within the next 30 days. and then it's ready to be closed. So this is one of 2 houses that you can buy this year and move in this year. So we are down to just 2. So it's this one, and then we also have a one in St. Andrews. So if you have any questions, you want to call us, 636-584-3065, or if you want to go to our website,
MARITZLLC.com.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. You guys have a wonderful week.